Good morning again, everyone. Time being 9:21 a.m. We will reconvene this board meeting. I'm sorry about our little recess. So I think we are at the point of the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Bell, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Do we have any public comment? I don't believe we have anybody signed up for public comment.
She left.
We have one that left the room, so, okay.
And we have
Do
no
we have
one.
any non-agenda items or changes to the agenda? We do not.
Nan will be joining us online.
Yes, okay, perfect. And so now we're gonna move on to item number 5, which is our presentation from the Tillamook Coast Visitors Association, her annual report. And with us this morning, I hope we still have Nan Devlin, Executive Director of the Tillamook Coast Visitors Association. Good morning, Nan.
Good morning, how are you?
I am well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good. I thought my presentation was at 10,
Oh.
and I was on my drive, I was sort of Ms. Isabel, and she said, oh no, it's on 9 at 9 o'clock, so I turned around real fast. Yeah.
Thank you for being here, appreciate it very much. Yeah, we haven't had one of these from you in a year. Did you present last year?
We did a semi-annual last time, but the annual report was delayed because there were so many emergency situations going on with COVID. So that's part of what I'm going to do today, both the last fiscal year report and the annual report for this year.
Perfect. We'll turn it over to you. Thank you, Nan.
Okay, well, just overall comments. These have been 2 very challenging years, of course, as you know, but they're also pretty amazing ones. And I really learned how resilient our small businesses are. They are creative, they are adaptable, they're hardworking. I mean, they put some blood, sweat, and tears into their businesses to keep them going. And we took inspiration from them, and I'm really proud to be working with not only our businesses and our board of directors and county commissioners and community development, but our team is really been engaged and just even as community volunteers, let alone for the work that they're doing for our organization. So I just want to give everybody the shout out on how hard they work in this county. And also I would say that the North Coast, Clatsop and Tillamook County especially, have been very, very lucky to survive this pandemic with such good financial outcomes in TLT and gross lodging revenues. It's not that way for a lot of places in the U.S., and it is quite drastically bad in Portland. And Portland was always considered kind of the tail that wagged Oregon's tourism businesses, but that's not true anymore. I just yesterday morning received our gross lodging receipts numbers from Tommy and Stiver, and 2021's gross lodging revenues were $173,986,209. That is more than twice as much as 2019, and it's about 70 million more than 2020. And when I got these numbers, I went back through all of the economic impact reports to see what percentage over 10 years, what percentage lodging is as far as total visitor spending. And it averaged around 25%. So if you take that almost $174 million times 4, you're close to 600 million in visitor spending. That's what visitors invest in our county. That is a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And
Can I ask, so I've been asked to ask you when we should start your presentation, so just let us know when.
Oh, okay, I'm ready now.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
ready now. So I would go first to the 2021 presentation. Yep, there we
Annual
go.
report, okay, perfect.
Yes, and I'm just going to hit the highlights. If Isabel is doing the, yeah, there we
Yes.
go. If Isabel's doing the flipping on the slides, that's great. And I'll just hit some of the highlights.
Right.
So, right at first, this is the year that COVID hit, and the hospitality industry was hit the hardest. We lost about 900 jobs. Farms and fishers lost 74% of their revenue immediately because of Portland restaurants closing as well. That was part of their market. So, but the community stepped up and really supported our businesses. Tillamook Takeout, which was really successful, brought in more than $4 million in takeout sales, and that was from locals spending money in restaurants. We funded the gift cards as a campaign, about $4,000, so that was a great return on investment. Tillamook Creamery supported our businesses and organizations with $500,000 in funds into this community. And $100,000 of that was a match for our annual $100,000 grant. And we put out 16 awards, and that helped 90 businesses because this was a collaborative effort, and they did a great job spreading that goodwill. TCBA, our organization, did not qualify for COVID relief funds until late December of 2020 because we are a 501c6. But when we did, Travel Oregon gave us $10,000, and we used that to purchase 3 beach wheelchairs. In winter of 2021, we qualified for forgivable PPP loan, which helped us cover our hourly employee wages, and that saved us from having to cut hours. And then later, we also got a $10,000 Destination Ready grant from Travel Oregon, and we got 1 more beach chair and 2 kayak launchers, which will be installed this spring. We completed our second Business Oregon grant, which is focused on developing an entrepreneurial system for food businesses. And we are now looking at commercial kitchens and cold storage facilities, food hub for our businesses. In Community Works in early 2020, we did several guest service gold training sessions, and we trained about 75 people in guest service gold. And we did grant writing classes for about 50 people. We developed the Hello Neighbor campaign in cooperation with community development and also our short-term vacation rental agencies. And that was designed to help ease tensions in some communities about short-term rentals. We provided codes of conduct with phone numbers to call so they wouldn't call 911, and to show how much agencies contribute to the communities. And we don't have the numbers yet, what we've been told that complaints about short-term vacation rentals reduced drastically to 911, so we're happy about that. We also installed City of Nehalem wayfinding signage. We put up a electronic sign for the Nestucca Fire District. We did stewardship signage for the Garibaldi Docks and Tillamook Bay for Tillamook Estuaries Partnership. And we kept the North Coast Food Trail going. We are now in our 5th year. Last year, we added Astoria. We're now at 80 members. We've been renewing everybody this week, and they've all come back. And we've added a couple of new partners as well. And I think what really stands out for our team and our board is that we are thrilled to be developing partnerships with the Board of County Commissioners. We really wanted to be partners with you, and hiring Brooke Wintergreen as the South County Destination Manager to help with the Kawanda Corridor Project, parking management, wayfinding, and Cloverdale Wayside. It has been we're very, very happy about that, glad to be partnering with you. And she brought some really important skills and experience to our team and with these projects. So overall, despite COVID, despite all that happened, even the shutdowns, we did pretty well in that fiscal year. The community did. Do you have any questions about this annual report from last year? Shall I continue on with our semi-annual report?
Do you have any questions for Nan at this point?
No questions?
Nope.
No questions?
Right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
Nan.
to our semi-annual report, which is the first 6 months of this year, we did, COVID was still hitting hard, and but the TLT and the lodging receipts were really strong, and that's because so many people came down here and stayed. As long as they were working online and remote, they could come down. As if they had a Wi-Fi, they could work here. And we were surprised because we ended up with about 60% more than in 2019 for our TLTs, so that was great. Restaurants are still standing and doing very well despite severe staffing shortages. Hospitality wages have gone up across the board. We did a survey of short-term vacation rental agencies that showed rates of $19 to $35 per hour, and restaurants are at minimum $15 for tip type jobs, 15 minimum. In October, we hired Dan Haig. October 2020 is our Trails and Outdoor Recreation Coordinator, and he's made great strides in convening collaborative meetings with all of our trail groups, with all of our cities along and ports along the Sandberg Trail. He's managing projects and developing the tourism facilities plan, and he's also developing plans for trail sponsorships and volunteer recruitment for trail development. So he's done a great job. Amazingly, people are investing in Tillamook County, and that's both locals and people who have moved here. Big Wave Cafe, Bread and Ocean, Kendra's River Inn, the Schooner, Barview Market, Starfish Vacation Rentals, 3 Arch Inn, the Shiloh Inn, the Ashley Inn, Rick's Roadhouse have all been sold, most purchased by locals. And we get calls frequently from investors, local and elsewhere, interested in investing in Tillamook County. There have also been some really great expansions. Steeplejack Brewing is going to open in Manzanita. Bahama Mama's expanded. Kawanda Hospitality has expanded. El Trio Loco is opening another site. Salty Raven and Lucky Boutique has expanded. Offshore Grill and Warehouse 10, Garibaldi Bistro, Riverside Floral and Tillamook all expanded. And in new businesses, we have Cold Brew, PC Pour, West Fish Company, and Pacific Coast Candy all opened in Pacific City. We have a new plant and nursery store in Cloverdale. North Coast Grown Food Delivery Service has expanded. And also, which we will be partnering with, Jared Gardner from the Halem River Ranch has partnered to open the Astoria Food Hub, which is a game changer for the North Coast. We raised $22,500 in sponsorships from various businesses and organizations to help build the new disc golf course, which we will open this fall. Business Oregon awarded us $87,000 to do a business plan, facilities plan, and cost estimates for food facilities such as commercial kitchens, seafood processing, co-packing, test kitchen, and training centers. And we are going to apply to Business Oregon to receive recognition as an innovation hub, which will help us get all of those facilities off the ground. We are also partnering with Colpac on a couple of programs, and one is the Rural Food System Program, and we're going to be helping promote our North Coast producers through that program. That is a USDA program. Working with our cities, we have helped them develop destination management plans, and we did that in Rockaway Beach and Garibaldi, and soon with Manzanita. We are currently supporting a Grow Your Farm 8-week class with OSU Extension and Tillamook Bay Community College. And in 2 weeks, we'll be sponsoring a Train the Trainer class for interpretive guides. So we will have 7 or 8 trained people who can help their museums and stewardship organizations have certified interpretive guides on staff. And the other thing we did, which I love doing because it showcases our farms, we sponsored the Oregon Harvest Program on KOIN, and they do a program on our farmers, our fishers, and this year they featured Nestucca Bay Creamery, the Halem River Ranch, Trask River Hatchery, and Chandy Oysters. So it's been an exciting year so far, and we know that there's going to be a lot more things that we'll be doing. One of them is travel with a local, and we're asking locals to share videos of their favorite places to go and why they like it. We are updating our destination management plan to include more strategic initiatives, including on public safety and DEI and workforce training. That will be much stronger this year. It's an exciting time. We go to we've gone to conferences. We were asked to teach or present at the Oregon Destination Association in January. And I saw several people get up and talk about their changes in destination management, and every one of them had called us and asked us for advice about how to do it, because we were the first tourism organization to go fully into destination management here in Oregon. So we're very proud of the fact that we've been able to help other areas as well, because it's an important change to make. And I guess that's it for now.
Questions, comments for Nan?
What a terrific report. Thank you so much, Nan. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more that it was essential that we make the shift to destination management, meaning providing the infrastructure and the facilities necessary to visitors when they come. We're doing work that was identified not only in the very recent visioning plan, but in the work that was done by Future IQ. The community identified that they wanted trails, connected trails, so I'm glad we're investing in that. I think things are going really well, and I'm grateful for your work and that of your team.
Well, thank you. You know, the original Tourism 2025 plan that was developed I believe in the summer of 2014, was a marketing and destination management. What was set up, however, at that time was benchmarks that was about growth, only about growth. And I understood that at the time. It was an important thing to do. We wanted to get that TLT up, get our roads fixed, get the TLT back into the community, which the county commissioners did by starting a grant program right away in 2015. So I understood that, but as we went along, I could see that capacity was an issue. I did approach our original board, the EDC, about changing just to destination management, but they were kind of unsure of it at the time. And it was in 2018 that we really started looking at it seriously, and we just decided to go ahead and make the change. And our new board is very, very supportive of sustainable tourism and destination management. So I'm happy about that.
Mr. Starr?
Yeah, I just would agree. I think it's wonderful that we have made the shift to destination management. I think that Tillamook County has felt somewhat overwhelmed in the last couple of years with COVID. I think that the Portland area used us as an amazing way to just get out of doors, which was the right thing to do, but it definitely had folks feeling like, wow. And so I think the work that we're doing on coordinating trails is super important. And Nan, you didn't mention, but I know that we have an assessment that's going on in relation to tourist-related facilities, such as my three big ones, which are parking, potties, and trash,
Yes.
to really look and make sure that as we have more visitors and a sustained higher level of visitation, that we are providing the facilities. So we are, doing the part of supporting business, which we've done with the grants that we've done and the trainings and those pieces that help our businesses thrive in this environment. And we're looking at what is, I think, the government side, which is you're not going to get parking, potties, and trash out of business. That needs to come out of government. But I just appreciate that we have your organization available to us, so we can say, here's a need. Help us figure out how to best meet that. So I'm looking forward to that study and how we can really expand those kind of facilities for tourists as well.
Yes, and we are going to add to that study as well to include things that would be good for our trails, such as a hike bike center where people can get their bikes repaired or take a shower, or things like that that'll work with the Oregon Coast Trail and Salmonberry Trail. But we will prioritize waste management, bathrooms, and parking, and we've got quite a bit of the work done already on that. So
Excellent. I will look forward to that. And thank you and your team. We appreciate. I was part of Jesse Burrow's conversation on Highway 6, and one of the things that we thought would be a great addition would be a variable messaging sign that we have on our end of the canyon to be able to remind people to be safe. And I was able to pick up the phone and call Nan and say, so we have this idea. It's a lot more complicated than we had hoped, but it is something that we're working through, hopefully finding a location and an ability to do that. But if we didn't have Nan and her team available to be on the other end of that phone, it would be on a long list of, isn't that a nice idea, that we wouldn't have time and resources to research. So I thank you for that, Nan. I'm looking forward to hopefully threading the needle and finding, the impossible there with a location where we can do that.
we will. And I did find out that we were asking about solar powered sign, and there isn't a system yet that can really fully power an electronic sign like that, but there are other options, so I'll share that with you later.
Super, thank you. Yeah, so many options, so many things we could do.
I know.
Looking for the right
Well,
ones.
we are doing, we're starting the fabrication and installation process for Rockaway Beach and Pacific City along Broughton Road. And we have the permits and ready to go. So that's underway. We should have all that done by summer, hopefully. And we're starting with Bay City and their new, their wayfinding program. So that's underway now too.
Nan, there's just a lot of exciting stuff going on in Tillamook County, and I am absolutely amazed at the numbers and the number of visitors and the economic input that we've had over the past 2 years during COVID.
Yeah.
It's just incredible to me. So
Yeah.
And so, are we kind of unique on the coast? Are we seeing other coastal counties having the same success that we are, or are we kind of all by ourselves here?
Well, Clatsop County is definitely benefiting, and parts of Lincoln County are. South Coast is a little less than we're doing, but they saw an uptick as well, not as much as we did. But we are, like I said, Portland was always thought of as the tail that wagged the dog of tourism, and boy, that is not true. And I do hope they recover. It's going to take much longer than anybody expected. But we have benefited, and we found, and people have come here who haven't been here before and have discovered just, what a wonderful place this is to visit, and getting our stewardship messaging out with them. We did a postcards into all the vacation homes about how we expect you to act when you're here, and that's helped. And we do all kinds of campaigns for alternate transportation. Our Tillamook Transportation District has been so helpful with providing the free shuttle in Pacific City, and now we're looking at doing something in Manzanita as well. So it's the beach towns that, can get hit, and they're small, and it causes traffic congestion. If we can get alternative transportation on people's minds to use, we'll be very happy about that.
That's terrific. And I just have to say, Nan, you're doing a great job, and a lot of this needs to go to you for all the work you've done. The management of our tourism industry is of utmost importance, I think, to all of us. And we're looking to you to help keep us. I'm not sure the words here.
Well,
but
we're hoping there's some balance.
Yeah. Yes.
But
yes.
it's a difficult thing. I know that tourism is an important part of our economy, and it's such a great opportunity for the many entrepreneurs who are coming here and starting businesses and becoming part of our community, and that is fabulous work. And it is a challenge that the stewardship messaging and things you talk about for those folks who have been here for a long time, who are adjusting to having more people in our communities that we don't know and that are from here originally. It's a balance. It's a balance to maintain our culture and let it evolve with where the coast is going. So it is a balance and a challenging one. So we appreciate the work. Yeah.
Yes, and I do thank you for bringing us in on projects. It's something we've been wanting to do for years, and I'm thankful to Rachel Haggerty and Sarah Absher for including us in important meetings. We've been involved in public safety issues, housing, a lot of things. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
So now, just want to let you know that the Tillamook Working Lands and Waters is working on at least 2 tours this spring and summer. We've got a Senate Select Committee on Natural Resources coming out to Tillamook County, I believe in early May. And in
Great.
June, we're going to bring some more commissioners out. And this is going to be a
Great.
bigger event than previously. We've got two county college classes too that we've missed. So we're going to be inviting them out in June, and that's going to be another fun event. It really will be.
Great. We'll be glad to help.
I appreciate that very much. I do.
I live in Nehalem, and I want to say that the new signage that's been provided in Nehalem and also other places on the coast, that new signage is beautiful. It's really very, very nice. It contributes to the quality of the community, and I'm excited about the dockside kayak launches. It's tricky to get into a kayak from a dock, and having once fallen into the river, I can say that those will be very, very useful. And I'm just excited about all of the work that you've done that has supported local businesses, because this has been a very difficult time for businesses, and the work that your organization has done to support local businesses is very much appreciated. And looking at the increased numbers, one thing that we've learned as a society through COVID is that a lot of things, you can do a lot of things remotely. You can work remotely, your kids can go to school remotely, so why wouldn't people want to spend more time at the coast? And so I expect to see that trend continue, and I'm glad we're working on the quality of life in our community and how to accommodate visitors when they come. That balance, I think we're really making progress in that balance. So thank you.
Yeah, you know, when parents were forced to homeschool last year, we were getting calls from parents about what sort of activities can I have my child go outdoors on and learn about the outdoors, about wildlife, and so we directed them to like Tillamook Estuaries Partnership, the tide pool programs, hiking programs, and I really hope that they took advantage of it. And I know a couple of the hotels used our suggestions as a list that for families who came and said, here's what you can do and what you can learn while you're here. So I hope that benefited, because I know it was a tough time for parents trying to keep jobs and teach their kids. I know our own team struggled with it. And about the signage, you know, one of the things I love most about wayfinding are the interpretive signs, because that gives the community an opportunity to tell the story of the things that they value most. And it's my favorite part of doing wayfinding.
Thank you, Nan. Appreciate it. Anything else? Nan, we appreciate your time very much today. We do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Our legislative administrative agenda, item number 6, discussion and consideration of a memorandum of agreement with Tillamook Family Counseling Center for psychiatric services. And we have Marlene Putman, Administrator, Health and Human Services. Marlene, are you still with us?
I don't see her.
Uh-oh. Can someone else carry this?
I do not have a copy of it in front of me. I can share that we have talked previously about the psychiatric services that are a partnership between Tillamook Family Counseling and the Public Health. Sean, did you have more information to carry it? I see you.
Oh, sure.
Unmuted.
I do not have probably more information that you are alluding to there, is that this is an agreement with Tillamook Family Counseling to provide psychiatric services. I believe it's 2 days per week with a reimbursement of $100,000 depending on how much they use the services.
Perfect. What we have talked about before is the importance of psychiatric services in Tillamook County, and that for any one of these agencies to have a psychiatrist full-time is not going to be, it's not going to work. And so the opportunity to share is a couple of different things. It makes sure that no matter which door the person's going in, whether they're seeking services through Tillamook Family Counseling or seeking services through the community health centers, that psychiatrist is available to them, and it just allows our community to have more time with the psychiatrist. So it's a really important service for Tillamook County, and I think it's a great model to have that shared service.
Perfect. Okay. So I see that Frank Hannah Williams has already signed this agreement. And Bill, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but have you had a chance to see this?
Yeah, I have, Commissioner Young.
Perfect.
It was fine. It looked to me like, and I couldn't quite figure it out, but apparently from listening to Commissioner Scar, there really isn't a psychiatrist here in place yet, but it's looking to the future, I guess.
It's actually a psychiatric service, I believe, that has existed, and they've been sharing this
Okay.
opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, as far as form, it's fine.
Okay. Sean, I see you popped back up. You want to make another comment?
I was just gonna say that, yeah, we do currently have a psychiatrist on, with the county, works at the health department now.
And so I think that's probably why Marlene was going to carry this.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any other, are we good with that? Okay, looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of a memorandum of agreement with the Tillamook Family Counseling Center for Psychiatric Services.
The second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Sean, for that. Thank you, Commissioner. And thank you, Bill. Item number 7, discussion concerning county COVID response policy update. Hopefully we have Aaron Frost, Director, Human Resources. Aaron, hey, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. So I wanted to overview a proposed update to the county COVID policy. And I'm introducing this proposed update. When we last met to discuss the policy, it was, of course, at the height of the Omicron surge. And at that point, the day that we met, we had 18 current employee COVID cases and climbing. And at that time, the board, just to remind everybody, the board had updated or adopted the updated policy, which allowed for additional county COVID leave policies to continue through the end of February. Since that time, COVID cases have continued to decline, and as of today, we have less than 5 county employees out due to COVID that we're aware of. So the proposed update is that we continue the county's current leave policy until the end of March as the cases continue to peter out. And then just to look a little bit ahead to the future, I will be proposing that the county ends the leave policy after this extension, and that will align hopefully with the changes to the state mask requirements. That would be barring any other variant spikes or new administrative rules. So just to reiterate, what I'm proposing today is simply an extension of the current county leave policies regarding COVID to end at the end of March.
For 1 month. Okay, perfect.
Are there
Questions?
any questions?
I don't have any questions. I fully support this. I think it's prudent and makes sense.
I do as well, and I'm very happy to hear that we have the declining COVID numbers in our staff. That's good news.
Okay, thank you, Aaron. I guess we're looking for a motion.
No motion, you're just approving it.
Oh, this is just discussion.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Okay, thank you, Aaron. I was right the first time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 8, discussion and consideration of intergovernmental agreement number 22001 with the Oregon Public Employees Retirement System, PERS, ETOB, Equal or Better Employers. Sean Blanchard, Treasurer.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Commissioners. Before you is an intergovernmental agreement with Oregon Public Employees Retirement System, or PERS. Way back in 1950-something, Tillamook County was part of PERS before they separated off. And so we're still required to be equal to or better with our retirement, and this is an agreement with their Independent Actuaries, Inc. to conduct those services.
And so this, just let me get this straight in my head. So this is just to confirm with the state that we're equal or better than PERS, correct?
That is my understanding, and I believe Mary Jo is also on the call, if you have any specific questions.
I'm not sure we have anything specific. Do we have any comments, questions?
No, I think it's point of interest for folks who are watching to know that Tillamook County has its own retirement system, and we're required by law to provide retirement benefits that are equal to PERS or better than PERS. And ours are, I believe, they're measurably better than PERS. And so, and not everybody knows that.
You are correct, Commissioner Bell.
No comment.
Okay, we're good. We're looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of intergovernmental agreement number 22001 with the Oregon Public Employees Retirement System, PERS, equal to or better employers.
I will second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? And then I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Moving on to item number 9, discussion and consideration of amendment number 1 to non-exclusive communications site license agreement number 4294 with the Tillamook County Emergency Communications District. And now hopefully we have John Spence, Communications System Administrator. Hey, John.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thanks for having me.
Good morning.
Before you today for your consideration and hopefully pass is amendment number 1 to agreement 4294. This is with Tillamook County Emergency Communications District 911. And what this allows for is for the county to utilize the microwave network that 911 owns to bring back some very important information relative to the operation of the radio system on the county side. So, this has been approved by council and the contract officer. It has also already gone in front of the 911 board and signed by their admin. So once you guys consider, then we should be able to wrap this up.
Perfect. And again, just if people don't know, Tillamook County, with John in the lead, manages and takes care and Band-Aids and spits and polishes our communication system, keeps it operating, and John, we appreciate that so much, we really do.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, any questions, concerns? Looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of amendment number 1 to non-exclusive communications site license agreement number 4294 with the Tillamook County Emergency Communications District.
And I would second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, moving on to item number 10, board concerns, non-agenda items. Any board announcements? Well, I need to go on to board announcements. So, other meetings and announcements. The commissioners will hold a board briefing on Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022 at 2 p.m. to discuss weekly commissioner updates. The meeting will be held in the courthouse in the Nestucca Room, 201 Laurel Avenue, Tillamook, Oregon. Teleconference number is 971-254-3149. Conference ID 736-023-979#. The commissioners will attend a defined benefit retirement plan review meeting on Thursday, February 24th, 2022 at 2 p.m. The teleconference number is 720-707-2699. Meeting ID 893-4148-9951. And the passcode is 099521. Lastly, the commissioners will hold an executive session on Friday, February 25th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. pursuant to ORS 192.660 sub 2 sub I to conduct a performance evaluation. The executive session is not open to the public. So, time being 10:03 a.m., we are going to recess this board meeting and go into executive session. Can someone give me the ORS code for that executive session?
192-6601A.
Perfect, thank
I
you.
think 2A.
2A, that's close. Okay, perfect. So we will recess for just like 3 minutes, and we will reconvene in executive session. Time being 10:04 a.m.